Good morning and welcome to the Los Angeles Regional 4th of July live telecast of the 36th Annual Will Rogers State Park 10K, 5k, and Kids Fun Run. We're broadcasting today live from incomparable Pacific Palisades, California, where runners today will enjoy mountain views and ocean vistas during their challenging cliffside run. Thanks today to the Run Committee, including head Brian Shea and Logistics Director Thomas Hathaway. Our thanks to PSSI Global, Robert Lamb and his team for the satellite facilities that make the show possible. And thanks to Magnolia Street Productions, who has been producing the LA Regional 4th of July television show for the past 9 years. Take a look now from our Corona Del Mar at Toyopa camera and a view of the Santa Monica Pier, one of the many views the runners will see while they are going on the Will Rogers 36th Annual State Park Run today. Hi and good morning, live from the Will Rogers 5 and 10K 36th Annual Running. I'm Tim Greenwood with Thomas Hathaway. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Tim. Good to be with you.
We have a wonderful crowd, almost 4,000 runners assembling, lots of officials, looks like we're going to have a race of the police motorcycles here also.
Well, they're certainly an important part of making sure everybody's safe when you have this many people in a small area.
It is very, very important. We have people, dogs, kids, young folks, old folks, runners of all kinds, and viewers from all 5 counties all around the LA Regional 4th Zone today. This is our 9th year of the telecast, and the most important thing I can tell you is that everybody is participating in this show in one way or another. It's a thing of beauty. We have people from all across the state, people from outside the United States, and viewers from outside the United States on the LARegional4th.com website, live and in replay. So it's a very well-covered event. Might be the best covered 10K in the United States right now. Now, Kevin is coming with us, right?
Yes, we have Kevin Earhart, who's
Come on over, Doctor.
a world-renowned orthopedic surgeon with us. Kevin?
Dr. Kevin Earhart is with us, taking the center chair. Hi, Kevin. Good morning. Now, we want to talk to you for just a second. I know that you are in charge of making sure that the runners stay safe and are safe.
Well, we're part of the medical team. We have a very good medical team. It's about 5 or 6 specialties, 6, 7 nurses. We've been doing it since ever, and it's pretty oiled. And luckily, we don't get used very much. A little bit. And most of the stuff we have is very minor. But every once in a while, we've had some major ones, all the way to a man who had a cardiac arrest.
Wow.
And that was about 12 years ago, and he made it.
Because of your care, of course.
Well, because of us and the paramedics. The firemen were incredible. And we had to do CPR and get him to the hospital. He was shocked a couple times, but he made it. But most of our are just falls and trips, nothing major. We get a few dehydrated, overheated patients. But ever since we had the 5K, it allows people who want to run and normally don't run a chance to be involved in this without running the hard 10K. The 10K was too much for most runners.
Mm-hmm. Now, you were a runner as well, so you know this route very personally, Doctor.
The group of guys who puts this all together, Brian Shea, Tom, and all of us ran together for about 25 years. Ran this course, almost identical course, 6 days a week for 25 years.
6 days a week. And you decided to share and make it an annual event for everybody else.
Yeah, why shouldn't everybody else enjoy this pain?
It's hard for me to believe we did that, but we did. And we would never miss. I mean, guys would be out there every morning, quarter to 6.
Every morning.
We became best of friends. Whole group of us.
Yeah. So I appreciate it that you are looking out for the runners, and we can all appreciate that Dr. Kevin Earhart, a world-renowned surgeon and an alumni runner of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K, has his team right across the street here at the start-finish line to take care of the runners no matter from where.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for taking a minute with us.
Thank you, Kevin.
The race is about to begin. About 8:15 is the scheduled starting gun time, and what that means is that we will have a situation that we'll have people from all over the place starting here in just a moment. Look at the 5K animation. This animation was designed for us by Mike Davis, and he is a skilled animator, and it's very accurate. It starts off at Toyopa and Alma Real, and we are moving south down the animation. And then at the low point is Corona Del Mar and Toyopa. You have a view of the cliff and the ocean. You're right above Pacific Coast Highway. So if you've driven on Pacific Coast Highway and looked at those cliffs and said, I wonder what's up there, we're up there. It's called Pacific Palisades. It's a great thing. And then they come up the hill to Pampas Ricas, where you saw, looking around Santa Monica Pier, you can see the overcast this morning and the good weather conditions for running. And the pier is just beautiful this morning. We're peering at the pier, Thomas.
Oh, excellent. Well, it's a spectacular view from the cliffs, and obviously hence the name Palisade, which means cliffs, and so the Pacific Cliffs.
That's where that came from.
That's right.
Very good. And so, here we are back at start and finish for the Will Rogers 36th annual 5 and 10K run event. There's a lot of energy here.
And Tim, I just saw last year's 10K champion, Ankur Tarneja. He told us earlier that he didn't think he'd be able to run, but I just saw him go by in short, so I think he's going to be running today. So that's very exciting.
Will Rogers State Park, we had a great shot of him last year coming up that back road, and we have cameras up there again this year. I want to mention proudly that PSSI Global has brought us several satellite engineers and trucks to bring you these amazing pictures and shots all around the route, including Will Rogers State Park, Will Rogers' original home, right next to the polo grounds. And I was told that, because people would go and play polo there, then they would drive up the street to the Beverly Hills Hotel and have something after they were through playing, and that's why they renamed the bar the Polo Lounge. Very fun. Wow. Talk about, that's what 4,000 runners look like. Bob Klein's over there with his megaphone earning his free wages.
I also saw Kevin Coper walk by, so he's a former champion, and we're looking forward to seeing him run as well. The Fluffy Bunnies is a local running group.
The Fluffy Bunnies.
Yes, the Fluffy Bunnies. And they are very well known in our locale. They have several past champions of the 10,000 meters.
Wow.
Tyson Seiko is a runner with the Fluffy Bunnies, and Kevin Coper as well.
Now we have a color guard that's going to be coming in and doing some presentation, and then we will have the national anthem sung, and we will have the a very special patriotic day unfolding here for 4th of July 2013 with Thomas Hathaway. This is Timothy Greenwood. I'm very proud to be here, and we have a number of people who say this is the largest national holiday that we have. It's the one that started it all, folks, and we have the largest 5 and 10K, best respected, best attended in Los Angeles, unfolding for you live right now. KVMD Channel 13, DirecTV and Dish Network, AT&T and Verizon Fios. Also, all cable channels in all 5 counties. Just hit LARegional4th.com to find out what your channel is, and something amazing happens. Then you can tune in and watch, and you can hit LARegional4th.com to get the replay, which is very, very fun. We have the color guard forming. We have the people lining up the streets. They are 3 and 4 deep on the corners today, Thomas.
We're only 6 minutes away from our scheduled start, and I think this is the biggest group of spectators I can recall in quite a few years. Normally we're 1 or 2 deep, but I can see 4 or 5 deep on some of the corners, so that's pretty exciting.
And the pomp and circumstance is just as strong as the athleticism and pride. We have the flag presenters, we have the runners, we have the volunteers, we have the good folks from the hospital, we have lots of radios and megaphones and red, white, and blue banners lining the 10K route. This is a magnificent, beautiful local spectacle that is well attended, and you can feel the pride.
We do. We take a lot of pride, and we do a lot of things here that are different than most 10K races. For example, we train cyclists to ride the precise course in the shortest distance possible, actually hugging the curb within a foot of the curb, and so that the runners can be assured, certainly the lead runner anyway, can be assured of running the shortest distance. And most races don't go to that trouble. They'll just have a cyclist perhaps to scare away spectators, but they're not really riding the course in a precise fashion.
So really they can follow that cyclist.
Right.
The color guards are preparing to inaugurate this event. We are just a couple of minutes away. Looks like, just a couple. So this is Toyopa and Alma Real. The corner and the start and finish are always at Toyopa and Alma Real, right?
That's correct. Always same place.
Always been here. So if you mark your calendar, then you'll be here for next week, next year, not next week. It was the other lady who runs a marathon a week. You don't have to worry about that. Here we're only here once a week. What do you have to say, Pat? You're waving at me. Oh, good. We are about to start the event with the cannon. You heard Jake Steinfeld say that they didn't trust him with a starting gun. Instead, they're using a cannon this year.
Well, we try to upgrade the event every year.
So let's take a look and listen.
Bud Jacobs. Thank you and good morning, everybody. Thank you, Bob Benton. The lead bikes are in line. We'd now like to call the honor guard to the start. The honor guard is from the Blue Eagles Honor and Color Guard from Air Reserve Base, March Air Force Base in Riverside, California. Gentlemen, to the start.
The color guard is preparing to present the flag and the colors to start the 36th annual Will Rogers 5 and 10K run event.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? We are honored today to have from Santa Monica, California, singing our national anthem, Miss Bella Porter. Bella.
Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Standing. Thank you, Bella. Now, Bob
Fantastic.
Benton, will you
That's
Oh, I'm going to
Yeah,
do Jerry.
love that.
Jerry Epstein is now stepping up to the podium. Jerry represents St. John's Health Center, a title sponsor for us this year. Jerry has served as a board member at St. John's since 1975. He's known community-wide for his love and devotion to our country, and was a member of the United States Air Force for 25 years. Also, he's been married for 65 years, and we want to congratulate him and his wife for being here today. Jerry?
Happy birthday to the greatest country on God's green earth. May the flag stay forever, and may we all appreciate the unique freedom that we enjoy. God bless America.
All right. Now, Bob Benton. Okay, runners, please join me in welcoming this year's starter, our honorary mayor of Pacific Palisades, Mr. Jake Steinfeld. Jake is an icon of the fitness industry, founder of Body by Jake, and founder of Major League Lacrosse. Jake, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to the greatest place to live on earth, Pacific Palisades. Runners, couple little notes. I'm going to give ready, get set, and you're going to hear a cannon. If by any strange reason the cannon doesn't go off, I will blow the horn. So everybody, let's race safe, race fun, and race fast. God bless America. God bless the Pacific Palisades. Runners, get ready, get set, go! Have fun! Have fun, everybody!
Now we're off and running.
Somebody didn't take the barricade out. Oh, God.
4,000 runners dodging a barricade in the middle of the starting line. But there we are. Look at that. Will Rogers 5 and 10K run, Pacific Palisades, California, July 4th, 2013. This is a beautiful event. 4,000 plus runners today, overcast skies, perfect running temperature, and a live local telecast like no other. My name is Tim Greenwood. This is made by
right there,
Magnolia Street Productions, and the website is laregional4th.com. Runners, young and old, years of experience and barely any at all, taking off from Toyopa and Alma Real, moving south, down Toyopa. Lots and lots of people going by, some of them walking already.
I see one draped in the flag and
Yes.
all different colors. It's just wonderful. What a great turnout today.
Now we have the lead pilot car camera there catching our lead runners, and that is a beautiful thing as well, because they start off the 5K and the 10K people together at the same time.
Yes, they're all together, and they will remain so for about the first about 2 3/4 miles. And I'm sure the leaders of both races are duking it out right now, heading down Alma Real.
That they are. We have a live shot from the back of the convertible, and you can see the 5 and the 10K people moving by very, very quickly, heading downhill. And you say this is the high hopes and low altitude moment.
Well, it's certainly the summer before the fall, and they're enjoying the easy part of the course at the moment, and that's actually good. It gives their body a chance to get adjusted to the pace, get their heart rate up, so it's actually a good way to start a race.
Very good. This is all in Pacific Palisades, California, live today. You're watching. The leader camera is what we're looking at now. This is what you mentioned, Thomas, about having a bicyclist that follows the shortest possible route. So the lead runners, who may not be familiar with the geography, can follow that bicycle to the shortest possible route.
That's exactly right, and it's an asset not only to runners that don't know the course, who may be here from out of town, but because of the width of the streets. Some of these streets are extremely wide. Sunset is 60 feet or so wide. It's very difficult, even for an experienced runner, to know the exact course to follow to do the shortest distance. It's not immediately obvious. Some of the tangents are not visible from one curve to the next. So the bike is there as an asset to them to help them run the shortest distance possible.
Because you start running, and it's not quite tunnel vision, but you do start noticing only that which matters most to you.
Yes, that's correct. When you run, especially if you run hard, your mind does not really roam around to see the surroundings. You're really focused on the immediate picture in front of you.
And so there you are, concentrating on the run. People now coming across the starting line, walking dogs, pushing child carriages. And one time last year we had someone take the child out and put the dog in the carriage. And
yes, we've seen dogs in carriages, and haven't seen a carriage on a dog, but I'm sure that's possible too.
I suppose if you got really tired, you could tie the carriage to the dog and say, just take me home.
I've seen some people behind the carriage, and it looks like the dog is dragging them. They're some pretty fast
The leader
dogs.
view is what we have now, Thomas. This is the gentleman in green. Apparently he seems to be leading the pack. Our wireless camera chugging out the best signal it can on one of the toughest technical terrains for a broadcast, where there's hills, there's trees, there's all kinds of difficulties to a wireless signal, but just the same,
they're
color pictures, we're bringing them.
Yes, and they're making their way down Alma Real. They're almost to Corona del Mar at this point. Wow, they're moving quickly. So they're coming up to the very first steep part of the course, which is a short, steep descent down to Corona del Mar.
And at Corona del Mar, that's the camera we had. I think that's what we're looking at now. That has the shot that we were looking, and when you turn over your shoulder, you see the Santa Monica Pier. And when you look across Corona Del Mar, we will see the runners that have just come down and are turning.
Good, excellent. Well, they'll be there in just a few moments. Right now they're approaching the 1 mile mark. Not quite there, but almost there.
And one of the not so fast-moving race officials, but
He looks
we
like
have many of them.
He looks like perhaps one of our timers just getting into position at one of the mile splits.
Now, our lead may have changed. We have the gentleman in white with the stripes and the gentleman in green, and they are fighting it out, certainly. That may be what you were talking about, Thomas, where they make sure that they don't wear themselves out going down the hill.
That's right.
And now right across Corona Del Mar and preparing to climb that hill, there's a little change of positions.
It looks like that might be one of the 5K runners based upon the separation he has already from the other runners. So we'll have to wait and see how it shakes out, especially coming up the hill. Really, we don't really get a good picture on who is leading each race until they get right up near the turnaround point.
Indeed. And one of the most important things for everyone to understand is that our runners come from the States and all over. Now, here's our view from the Corona Del Mar cam. You see the group coming toward them.
Yes, that's right. They're at about 1 mile and 1/8 at that point, and they're about to make the turn to begin going up the hill, Toyopa Drive. And that's the hill we discussed earlier. That's about a 3/4 of a mile hill, mostly an average gradient of maybe 3 to 4%, but with that really steep, relatively steep 7% pitch right in the middle. And that's what gets everybody's heart rate up.
Ooh. So this is the Corona Del Mar camera, and we certainly have a large group. In fact, everyone has to pass this point. And
Yes.
if they all pass this point, then what you will find is that they are very much, the best part's over.
Well, certainly one
the
of the
easiest part, perhaps.
One of the very scenic parts is over, but actually, they're running through a neighborhood that is really one of the most beautiful neighborhoods in anywhere in the world, as far as I know. I've traveled the world pretty much, and there's not too many places as beautiful as Pacific Palisades.
No, it certainly is true. And it's a real place. It's not just, the street from the Desperate Housewives, which is a backlot. This is a real place with real people who celebrate the 4th of July because it matters to them. This is our leader, and our leader is setting himself apart pretty successfully as he turns down Corona Del Mar and heads up Toyopa.
Yes, he's moving along very nicely, although there is a gap. It's not a huge gap. So the other runners with that distance are able to sort of pull off of him, if you will. And from a runner standpoint, as long as you maintain a certain distance, say, maybe 20 to 30 feet, you can actually pace off of a runner, even though he's ahead of you.
So you see that he is a fair distance ahead of the other folks that are right behind him. But right now, and the reason we can't necessarily tell who's a 5K and who's a 10K is they might change their mind in the middle of the run.
Well, that's correct. And now they're just beginning to do the climb up the steep part of Toyopa Drive. And you can tell the slope right there. The camera gives you a pretty good indication of that.
Yes. Just crossing La Cumbre now.
Yes.
And our wireless signal having a tough time, but the runner's having a tough time too. This is the first big uphill incline.
Yes, it is, and that's only the beginning. So once they finish that hill, they still have 3/4 of the climbing to go.
Ooh. Now he will be coming up on our Pampas Ricas cam where we met Kasia and Eleanor a little bit earlier, and they will be showing us the multiple directions you have to go. It's almost designed, I know you had to follow the route of the streets, but it's almost designed as a natural breather. It's a flat spot. We can go back and forth and build up your energy before you climb more.
Well, one of the nice things about the course, the way it's laid out, is that when you're running on Pampas Ricas, you do a long straightaway with a sharp U-turn, and you return back the opposite direction. So it gives you an opportunity to see the runners behind you. If you're competing against certain runners, you can see where they are, and so it's interesting in that respect.
It is beautiful. And as they climb the hill here, you will see that there are many people working very hard. Now, this is someone's remodeling their home,
Yes.
and he had to make it around the large metal container.
That's an interesting point. Because the market's turned, we have a lot of construction going on, and we start the process very early in May to clear the roads of as many of those construction bins as we can. I actually cleared 6 of those bins by personal discussions with local contractors who are very cooperative. There was one bin that could not be moved, and so that's the bin he just ran
That's
around.
the bin that's now famous.
Yes. Yes.
And so now this is our Pampas Ricas camera catching more people, swapping over to the leader cam in our wireless camera arrangement, and making a little bit more distance. We had a tight race going down the hill, and now the leader has changed as we come up.
Yes, he's still maintaining his lead, though, so he's hanging on very well.
Now, all of these people are very dedicated and working hard, running across Corona Del Mar before they turn to their left, your right, and go up Toyopa. There's Eleanor at Pampas Ricas with Kasha. They're probably going to give us a little first hand. Let's go there.
A strong turnout this morning from Track Club LA. We expect them to have several divisional winners, and also local Palisadians who have run this course years and years will have a good advantage today.
Yeah, it looks like we have some people already passing out water here at the first water station, running from Los Angeles. I thought that may have been his high school. All right, we have some more people coming up. Now it looks like everybody's starting to catch up. We'll see where it takes them, who will finish first.
We're continuing now with our wireless
Do you recognize
camera. Oh, I don't want to step on Eleanor there. He is picking up the pace. We have a good number of folks right behind him, though. And as they come up on Pampas Ricas, we will have a little bit more action there. This is such a beautiful place, and lots of friendly spectators just watching them go. Now back down to Corona Del Mar, and down to a situation where people are taking advantage of that flat spot before the climb.
Yes, they're all trying to get a little bit of a respite here when they hit that flat spot just before they grind it up to Toyopa Hill. The leader looks like he's moving along very nicely. He appears to have at least a 50 to 75 meter lead.
Oh, that is significant, and these folks are down behind on Corona. There's one of the dogs. The dog, you get the dog in the right spot where he's just sort of leading. And there's our pilot bicycle and our lead runner, and he could very easily become our star of the day. He could be the 10K runner, or he could be the fastest 5K. We don't know yet, because sometimes they get right to the middle and they say, oh, okay, I'd rather have a fantastic 5K time today. Or, I'd rather go pay Dr. Ehrlich a little visit. I'm going to give up on the 10K and just go stop at a 5K.
Well, luckily they have a choice they can make, and if they're not feeling particularly good, they can always turn around and do the 5K.
Certainly. Oh. Back to Eleanor and Kasha now at Pampas Ricas.
Runner, we're not sure that she's our first, but she's definitely going to be in the top 3.
All right, wonderful.
Our first youth runner, a little boy about 14 just ran by, likely to be a contender in the medals for the youth division.
I think, Eleanor, you were mentioning that there'll be a couple superstars from the Palisades.
Several other women have just come by. Cami Chappis, I see, is running the 10K. She's a nationally ranked miler who's currently at Stanford University. She grew up here in the Palisades, went to St. Matthew's School, and graduated from Harvard Westlake in Los Angeles. So,
is Mayor running today, or some other locals?
Yes, often our honorary mayors have run. The Sheriff Baca has come out in the past. We also have several Olympic athletes from different sports who live in the Palisades. Occasionally, Sugar Ray Leonard will run, or we have Olympic swimmers. So it's really fun to have the whole mix of community athletes and just weekend athletes as well.
I think you mentioned, who is the person you said had run a 4-minute mile, had once ran a 4-minute mile?
Yes, Brendan Gallagher should be on the course this morning. In his heyday, he was a 4-minute miler, nationally ranked. Ron Graham is also an All-American steeplechase runner from Minnesota. He usually is a division winner for his age group. We're very proud of our Palisadian runners.
And also yourself, because you had one in your division, correct?
Yes, I've won my division for the 5K and the 10K in the past. The first year I ran the 10K, I got 4th place, and I was very disappointed.
But you came back strong. You came back strong.
Yes.
Okay, so what can you tell me about the people that are passing us now?
So now we've got the bulk of the crowd. These are probably some of our fastest 5 and 10K runners. They've just come up the incline. They're going to be very excited to get to the water station. And they'll have a little bit of a flat part of the course until they head out to Sunset. They'll have a nice downhill until they hit those switchbacks, which are going to really test their endurance and their strength.
I see some little ones coming up over here. Is there an age limit to run in this 10K, 5K?
No, actually we have some children as young as 8 years old have signed up for the 5K, although there is a kids mile fun run later this morning for the youngest ones.
Very nice.
I just saw Coach John Holcomb run by. He'll be running the 5K. He's also a lifetime runner. He trains many runners here at the Palisades track just on an informal basis, and he's one of the kind of our leading running experts in town.
And we're really kind of in the middle of all of it here at Pampas Ricas and Toyopa. They're coming up behind us. They come down to the end of the street here. They go to a water station. They loop around, and they're continuing ahead of us here. You can't quite see it, but it's really kind of a hub for the runners here. We have a cheer station going on, and lots of excitement going on here. We have some strollers, a biker. Yeah.
Someone who ran the Los Angeles Marathon this past year in their LA Marathon t-shirt. That's always one of the fun things about local races, is seeing what other races your fellow runners have been in.
Definitely.
Actually, looks like there's a Boston Marathon singlet just went past us. So there's a really strong runner community.
We should have worn ours for the day, even though we're not participating. All right, I see some American flag shorts coming up behind me. Lots of patriotism today on the 4th of July, Will Rogers 10K, 5K here in the Palisades.
Hi, here we are, taking a look at that lead runner. Thomas, you say that's a 10K runner right on the heels of the lead bicycle.
Yes, he is. He led all the way through the first 3 miles of the 5K, and turns out he's running the 10K, so he is really going strong.
Now we're getting someone coming into the finish zone on the 5K side. Here's our first 5K winner. Our finish line camera in place. Here he comes.
No, I'm not sure he's an official runner.
Nope.
He just stopped short of the finish line. So.
He just got everybody's hopes up.
Now,
here comes
your leader.
Here comes our leader across the finish line. Right there.
Excellent run. He really came in strong. I don't know his time, but he looked very strong at the finish.
That's very beautiful. 16:31.
Was it 15:31 or 16:31? Might have been 15:31.
15:31.
That is an excellent time.
Close second. This guy's. Okay, this guy's 16:33. And a little one. Young runner, he'll be with us a long time.
Yes, that's a very fast time for someone that young to run. Here comes your 4th place runner in 5th place.
Up, here they come very close. Ah.
Boy, this turned out to be even a better day than last year weather-wise. Last year it was already getting warm at this time, and this year it stayed completely overcast, so it's just been fantastic.
Our leader now, our 10K leader, going down Sunset Boulevard, having it to himself.
Yes, he's just about to cross Sunset and go inside the east gate at Will Rogers State Park.
And now the finish line camera live with more people pouring in. A camera to the right-hand side of your screen. These are people coming in on the 5K run. And I don't know, Rob, if we can pull out enough on that. There you go. You see the cones down the middle of the street? If he's coming in to the right of the cones, those are 5K runners. And if they come in on the left side of the cones, then those are people who chose to take the 10K route.
That's exactly right. The 10K leader is just now beginning the switchbacks to come up.
And we have our first winner here now.
It's our 5K winner.
Come on up. We have our 5K winner at the host desk.
What is your name?
Rocky Peterson.
Rocky Peterson. That's a winner's name right there. First we have to... Now the 10K winner is on TV and the 5K winner is on the host desk. How you doing, Rocky?
I'm doing really good.
Congratulations. That's a terrific run. What was your time?
16:31, I think.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that.
Excellent. And where are you in school now? What do you do?
Next year I'm going to Cuesta Community College.
Good for you.
Yeah, hopefully a year after that I want to try and go to Berkeley.
Excellent.
So that's the goal.
Very good for you. Well, our own hometown hero, Peter Gilmore, went to Berkeley, too.
Oh, yeah, I saw his times, 14:10 here.
Yeah, that's something to shoot for, huh?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Now, the viewers are watching two winners at once. We have our 5K winner and the 10K winner in the upper corner, now turning off of Sunset and heading up the back road into Will Rogers. You are a great athlete, sir. We appreciate you stopping by the Will Rogers 5 and 10K today.
Much.
Congratulations, Rocky.
Thank you so
well
much.
done.
Rocky, the 5K winner there at the main host desk, and the 10K winner now slipping into Will Rogers territory. It is an exciting day for the 36th annual Will Rogers 5 and 10K telecast.
It certainly is. The 10K leader is now working his way up the switchbacks on the East Gate Road into Will Rogers State Park. So this is where he really is putting forth a big effort to continue his pace.
More 5K winners rushing across the finish line, and a large pack of them now coming across. That's the Pampas Ricas camera as they come up to Toyopa and then turn.
That's
this
right.
is now back to the starting line, finish line, and there we are on the gentleman in the lead on the 10K going up the hill. Things moving fast. Cameras all over the place today.
Yeah, it's very nice to be able to see the different aspects of the course, not just the finish and start, but also the the areas that are far away.
And if I'm not mistaken, the first lady 5K winner has just crossed.
Just went by. Very good. Excellent. Might be Cami Chapas. I'm not sure whether she's running the 5 or the 10K. We'll have to find out.
Young and old alike, everybody's out running. There's our lead runner coming up the back way into Will Rogers.
He's moving along very nicely. Looks like he's at the top switchback now.
And there's our finish line. Rob, if possible, can we show the route they have to take on Pampas Ricas? Show them up Toyopa and then pull wider to show the zigzag? Because we have some tight shots, but I'd like to show that perspective if possible. Here I am bothering the experts in the truck, but once in a while we ask. There's the view coming up the back road into Will Rogers State Park. You really see what's involved in this run. Yes. We have the lead camera, we have the bicycle, we have both angles on this man right now, and some coaching by the roadside.
He just crossed the 4-mile mark, and that was the 4-mile mark, so now he's just past that and nearing the top of the switchbacks. You can see the lead biker following the shortest curve on the tangent.
There he is coming up the back way. This is a road normal people never see or drive on. It's saved out just for the forest rangers, and he's coming up the back road into Will Rogers State Park.
That's right. It was originally the front entrance of the park, but they closed it many years ago, and now it's the only road I know of that has a sign that says no horses allowed on paved roads.
Okay. Well, if you have to pay for the horseshoes, there's a reason for that.
Yes.
Large, thick crowds, over 4,000 runners today at the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run. We've already greeted our first 5K men's winner. The 10K men's winner, our men's leader, is going up the back road into Will Rogers. This is our finish line camera. Some close finishes at the finish line as people wrap up their 5Ks. And people of all shapes and descriptions there coming up Toyopa and turning.
It's a beautiful sport, one that can be enjoyed by people of all shapes and sizes.
I'd like to take a second to acknowledge the athleticism of the man on the bicycle, who has to stay ahead of all these people and set the pace and set the course. And it's very important to know that he's an athlete as well.
He is, yes, but it's relatively easy to stay ahead of a runner on a bicycle. It's just a matter of knowing which path to ride.
Many people coming in and bunching up as they head into the finish line now. And the leader going up the back road into Will Rogers State Park. Oh, this is just such a beautiful thing. There's a canopy of trees up there. And as Thomas said, sometimes you're not really noticing the scenery as you go up and down, but there is some beautiful scenery for us to enjoy while he's doing the work of going up that hill.
Yes, well, it's a super scenic course, but as you point out, not much to focus on other than running. Now he's in the parking lot adjacent to Will Rogers' actual home, which is on his left, your right, is the polo field. And on your left, it's his house.
And so as you're watching him right now, the far edge of your screen, that's where the famous Will Rogers Polo Ground is. And to the left edge of that upper picture, that's where his famous house is. You should really consider coming to visit the Will Rogers State Park here just north of Santa Monica, just south of Malibu, in a place called Pacific Palisades, California.
Will Rogers State Historic Park is a crown jewel, really, and completely underappreciated. It's just a fantastic history tour to go through his house.
It really is. More people joining him now going up that back road into Will Rogers as more 5K runners cross the finish line at Toyopa and Alma Real. So much action here today for the Will Rogers 5 and 10K telecast on LA Regional 4th. If we haven't mentioned it, you can catch replays on LARegional4th.com and on many of the cable systems. Now look at this view. This is as they come up the hill, the back road into Will Rogers State Park, and then they get onto the better pavement. The Polo Grounds is just a little to the right of that shot, And so more people in the 10K event are gaining on that first runner across Will Rogers State Park. You wouldn't think so many people would bunch up at the top of the hill like that.
Well, that's just how it works out with this number of runners. We have, by the way, we have the winner of the women's 5K here.
Oh, we certainly need her.
Flora? Flora?
The Will Rogers 5 and 10K run event coming up. And here it is, our first lady winner today.
Yes.
Good morning, Flora.
Good morning.
So, 5K winners today. How do you feel?
Good. Great. Nice day.
Now, was this a particularly good day?
I think the weather's good. It's cool. It's nice out. Yeah.
Where are you from, Flora?
I'm from Wisconsin originally, but I go to college in Pennsylvania.
And what college is that?
Haverford College.
Wonderful. Excellent. Well, we're so thrilled you came to run our race this year.
Yeah, had a great time.
Now, this wasn't like on your way to school because you're on your way to Pennsylvania. What brought you to California to run here?
My grandma lives here, my dad's brothers.
Okay.
My family. Yeah, my dad's from here.
So you sort of combined the family 4th of July with winning the race.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's great.
And you get to ride in the parade now afterwards.
Oh, wow.
So that's a big fringe
Thank you
benefit.
so much. Congratulations on your 5K win.
Thanks, Flora.
People coming across the finish line in large bunches now for the 5K portion of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run. We have the 5K men's and ladies winners now, and we have our first, I think, baby carriage crossing the finish line. But many people pouring across, and thousands of people here, over 4,000 runners, and each one brought 1 or 2 people to cheer. This is Pampas Ricas. I want you to see this. The runners come up the hill and then hang a left and go away for about half a mile, and then turn around and come back toward the camera and then continue north.
That's right.
So there's a lot going on. Good. There it is. So they come up from the left, they go away, they turn around, and they come back toward us, and then they turn to the right as you're looking at the camera.
Right. The total U-turn is about a half mile. It's about a quarter mile down to the U-turn and then another quarter mile back.
More people beating feet as they come down that hill, coming into the finish line. Look at that. They're picking up speed, and we're picking up speed coming down out of Will Rogers State Park.
Yes,
our
there's our
10K leader. Oh, boy,
yes.
This is great.
He's almost to the bottom of the front switchbacks and about to exit onto Sunset. And he's moving along very nicely. I don't see anyone challenging him at this point.
No, he is a good distance ahead of the next group of people for the 10K, but there were 4 or 5 people grouped right behind him, and they have to be duly frustrated.
And it's a big honor to finish second in this course, I can tell you, so it's often a big duel to earn that honor.
Now, this is down at Corona Del Mar, and people are saying, it's the bottom of the hill, it's a holiday, I think I'll walk my dog.
What a great place to walk your dog.
Oh, look at this. We are back on Sunset. The police escort, the pilot bicycle. Now, he is coming toward the camera, and you see the other 10K runners going away from the camera, who are going to go up through Will Rogers and then join us in a little while. There's so much activity going on, and that camera is very near Chautauqua and Sunset.
That's right, and so it's going to be interesting to see how he fares on this last hill. He's got still a pretty substantial hill to climb on Sunset to get back up to Chautauqua.
This is very exciting.
And even at Chautauqua, he's not done climbing because it's a slight grade from there to Drummond, so it's a pretty long hill.
Like I said, it's all uphill from here. Or certainly it feels that way.
Yes, I'm sure the runners going down south are wondering, how'd that guy get there so quick?
We have people pouring down into the finish line, and we have a couple of our newest run. Why don't you take this one, Thomas? A couple of our newest. Can you get us over here? A couple of our newest run fans.
Okay.
Thomas is going to try to get.
Which race did you do, the 5K or the 10K?
We did the 5K. I did it with my 2 daughters, Allie and Mila.
Allie and Mila. This is Allie here on the left. So, hi, Allie. She's totally excited, I can tell. And Mila? Mila.
Hi, Mila.
That was an exuberant hi. Well, we're really thrilled you came and ran the race. Did you have fun?
It was our pleasure, and this is Mila's 3rd year running it, or 2nd year running it.
Second year running it. Fantastic. 3rd year. Fantastic. Wow.
For the last 14 years, I ran 13 times, so I just happened to be in Japan one time for a fight, so I couldn't make that one, but I'm here every year no matter what.
I'm sorry, I didn't ask your name at the beginning.
Oh, Baxter Humby.
Yes, Baxter Humby. And Baxter is an institution in our town. We're thrilled to have him here. He's just a tremendous person in the community, a great leader and a trainer.
Thank you. This is such a great event, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. Happy July 4th.
Thank you, Baxter.
Thanks
Appreciate
for
you stopping by. Our lead runner on Sunset coming toward the camera, the other runners going away, and people beating feet as they come up on the finish line. Big packs now of people wrapping up the 5K portion. Young and old, tall and short, red, white, blue, green, yellow, all the colors. coming across, moving fast. And this is a great new angle. This is Dan up on the high camera on the grid, and you can see him coming, and then you can see him crossing. Patrick on the jib camera, and we appreciate so many people coming out and giving of themselves on their holiday to bring you this phenomenal community event.
I'm really interested to see, or will be interested to see how many people we have, because it does look like quite a few more than last year, so that's going to be interesting.
And it is a beautiful running day, still overcast. Makes you just want to go run and join them.
It does. I got a headphone on, otherwise I'd be doing it.
Next time, wireless headset for Thomas. You can give us a chat as you go.
Hey, strap a GoPro on me and give me a mic and I'll do it.
Okay, let's work on that. Here we are looking up the hill, coming up the hill into Will Rogers State Park. Many runners on the 10K route coming up that winding back road, and very brave runners. And then we're contrasting that with the flat finish line here as they come in for the big finish on the 5K side. Again, the 5K runners will be finishing to the right as they come through the finish line. And the 10K runners will be coming through to the left of that orange cone that's just barely on the left side of your screen.
Yes, and here comes our 10K leader. He is just on Chautauqua now, maybe just on to Drummond here, coming back towards Sunset. So he's getting close.
So they come out of Sunset Boulevard, hang a little right onto Chautauqua Street, hang a left onto Drummond, and then he'll rejoin Sunset, drop down Carey Street, and then hang a right and come on down Toyopa to the big finish line.
Very good. You must have been studying that map.
I've been working hard. I'm trying to keep up with you. Many people, look at all these happy runners and the finish line of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K. By the way, you are watching the LA Regional 4th, the Los Angeles Regional 4th of July telecast of the 36th annual Will Rogers 5 and 10K run event with Thomas Hathaway. I'm Tim Greenwood. And we have a wonderful run event going on right now that you need to be aware of. Many people pulled together to do this. We want to thank everybody in the truck who could have slept in this morning, but instead they were here late last night and early this morning. We have many people running and athletically inspiring. There's another double-wide baby carriage coming in on the finish line.
Yes, and those are not so easy to push uphill if you ever tried it. That's a lot of
We'd
work.
like to thank the sponsors that bring you the show today. Santa Fe Seconds and Santa Fe Outlets, a phenomenal discount store, independently owned and operated, with several Los Angeles locations. Check them out. Also, TV Page. This is a great invention, Thomas. When you have video on your website, instead of putting up a website video and having it go to YouTube or Vimeo, and when you're done, everybody's watching all those other videos. It treats your videos as if they were on your DVR, and when your video is done, they stay on your webpage.
Interesting.
And so that way you can only show off what you want to show off. Someone else said otherwise, what do? You take your customers, take them to your parking lot, hand them your sales flyer, and then point them at the next store.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Keep them in your store while you're showing your video.
Here comes our police, lead police crew and pace car. The pace car is just coming. Here comes our lead 10K
Here
runner
comes our
right
10K
now.
on the left.
There's your
10K runner coming through on the left. There he is. It's the finish. Listen closely for the time. There he is, crossing the finish line.
Very well done. Beautiful. Wow. It looked like a really good pace. I don't know what his time was, but it sure looked fast.
I think I see the Diet family.
Our first 10K winner coming across the line here this morning at about 8:50 for the live telecast of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run. This is just great. We also want to thank, in addition to TV Page, we want to thank Archer Weiss Insurance. They are sponsoring the Firecracker Film Festival at 4 p.m., but they also have connections to Palisades and Cal State Northridge and wanted to participate today. We want to thank Joan Sather Real Estate, who is bringing you the Palisades Parade telecast this afternoon. She's part of the Sotheby's group in town, a professional, and has some beautiful homes on her website. Visit joansather.com to learn more about buying a house in Pacific Palisades. That's a good thing to do today.
Yes, it is.
5K runners coming down on your screen to the right of the cones.
We're still looking for our second 10K runner.
We have so far have an exclusive club for the 10Ks. Only one so far crossing the line. That man held the pace from Corona Del Mar up to Toyopa and held on to it all the way after that. This is a great thing. More 5K runners crossing. There's Bob Klein. Get out of the way.
He's a good guy to have when you need to move people around.
He's a good guy. I'm glad that he took a moment to stop and talk to us because all of these people are phenomenally busy.
They are, and they're just terrific help. It's thanks to all our volunteers that this thing is even possible.
It really is an incredible undertaking, and you're seeing a combination of shots. This is coming up on the finish line, and we will be back. There's the finish line itself. We also have the shot at the bottom of the hill, and we had coming up Will Rogers State Park, a couple of different angles.
Here comes our 10K winner now.
All these winners coming across the finish line now with the 5K just to the right of your screen. Our next 10K winner is moments away, and Thomas is preparing an interview with our 10K winner. Let's grab the microphone now and pull that shot out, and let's thank this man.
Thank you very much.
Wow, what is your name?
Brady O'Brien.
And Mr. O'Brien, what made you want to run in the Will Rogers 10K today?
Well, my friend Drew Porter, who owns this Quixotic Racing, wanted me to do it, so I obliged him.
Now
it sounded like a great event. So
where are you from?
I live in Brentwood right now. I'm originally from Texas.
Excellent.
But I've been here for a while now.
How did you like the course?
It was pretty tough.
Is this your first time?
Yeah, it was my first time. I kept thinking that I was in the last hill, and then there's another one. So.
Now, it looked like after the low point at Corona Del Mar and Toyopa, you took the lead before Pampas Ricas. Did it feel that way to you?
Yeah, I mean, a few of the younger kids went out pretty hard. It's usually what happens.
Yeah, we thought you were the 5K leader at first. We didn't know until you got to the 5K turnaround that you were running the 10K.
Well, I probably could have paced myself a little better through the first half, but
how was your time?
I think it was like 32:30.
That's excellent. Wow. That's excellent. Faster than last year, so congratulations.
Wow, awesome. Happy about that.
That is great. Congratulations again on your 10K win today.
Well
Our
done.
10K winner for the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run for 2013. Congratulations.
Okay.
I think there's a good water stop in his future.
Yes.
Watch out for the step there. The finish line with 5K runners coming into the right of the row of orange cones and the 10K winners waiting for the next ones to come into the left of the orange cones. This view is of the back road going up into Will Rogers State Park and a few passengers on the right. There's always a few passengers on the right.
There's always passengers on the right, yes.
This is coming up Toyopa before they turn to go down Pampas Ricas and turn around and come back. Very exciting. More people coming up the back road. The back road you'll never see, except there they are, jumping and smiling and waving. Hi, how you doing?
They're hamming it up for the camera, so at least they're having a good time.
Now they are halfway up one of the highest or the steepest pitches of the run, and they're still happily jumping for us.
Well, it's always nice to see them smiling when they're running such a long distance.
It's true. Yeah, you don't see very many unhappy runners. You don't see grumpy people who say, oh, I have to go run 10 miles.
You know, that's a good point. You're right about that. And, you know, maybe that has a little bit to do with the endorphins they generate while they're running. It certainly creates a euphoric high. It's often called a runner's high. And so it's a nice thing about the sport. It does make you feel good.
We have a public service announcement from Wayne Brady for the Will Rogers Institute talking about exercise. And he says, hey, you know, I have something great for you. It'll make you feel better, and you can lose weight. And it's available in 28 great flavors. It's called Exercise.
That's a great spot, yeah.
And it's a beautiful commercial, and it's true. Here are more people coming up the top secret back way with that beautiful canopy of trees. They're zigzagging around and winding up. This guy's saying, okay, it's the top of the hill. I'm going to walk for a second.
Looks like he's going to take a break, but they're just about 300 feet away from the water table, so they got to keep going.
That's good. That's good. There is incentive there. Smile for the camera. We got lots of cameras. 5K winners coming in toward the camera now, and going in on the right-hand side of your screen at the finish line. Another crowd going next to Will Rogers on the dustier side of the road, you can tell. Up 10K,
Yes.
Gentleman in black.
Another 10K
there he
finisher.
is. Another happy, right?
38:19.
There.
That's an excellent time still.
38:19 for the gentleman in black at the 10K run.
Two more. These are all very fast times.
And a couple more. 1, 2, 3 more.
Yes, anything under 40 minutes is really exceptional on this course.
So you think it's an exceptional group, or the weather, or the combination today?
Well, certainly the weather helped, but you know, we always get a pretty deep field of runners for the 10K because it's known to be a difficult course. So it brings out some of the better runners.
It's sort of like the stop and walk moment there. They're going, I'm going to have to live that down when I see it on the website.
Right.
LARegional4th.com. Okay, well, we're guiding some people.
There's Tyson Seiko. He's a former champion in the red singlet.
Yes.
Finishing right now. He's still running 39:07, so that's an excellent time for Tyson.
You know, and many people on the 5K side crossing the finish line who've been at it for, more than once, it looks like. And, they're still out, they're still trying. So at the same time, you can get a 39 or 40-minute 10K. We have a few people with a 39 or 40-minute 5K.
Well, that's right. And that's one of the beauties of this day and this event is that regardless of your condition, you can still come out and enjoy the 5K even if you just walk it. So
Indeed. It's
great.
a beautiful day. And there you go, people kind of stretching afterward. More runners with the 10Ks coming into the left of your screen, the 5s to the right.
Yes.
This is coming up, Toyopa, before they turn on Pampas Ricas. That's sort of become the walk run out there now.
Yes.
And the Will Rogers cameras, here we are on the back road to Will Rogers State Park. A nice thumbs up. And this is a group of dedicated people coming up that back switchback.
Those are some pretty intrepid people, I'll tell you, because here it is 40 minutes into the run, and they still have at least a little over 2 miles to run. So it takes some perseverance.
That's another beautiful shot of the outside. And some more runners crossing. How about this one? Yes, she's across. We may have our first 10K ladies winner.
Okay, I didn't see her go by, so excellent. That's great.
And the Will Rogers cameras. Eric Hall, our producer on the mountaintop, getting the good shots of the Will Rogers group going up the back road today. PSSI Global, our multiple satellite truck service provider today, doing some amazing things to bring you pictures from all 4 or 5 or 6 or 12 corners of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run. There we go. Burning it up on the left side for the finish. The left side of your camera is the 10K winners. There are more people coming across the top of the mountain at Will Rogers State Park, right next to the very famous Polo Grounds. And a beautiful overcast runner's day today with Thomas Hathaway. I'm Tim Greenwood. You're watching the LA Regional 4th telecast of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run for its 36th year. Our second telecast from here. Hope to join you again next year if that's okay.
Well, I think it would be fun.
It'll be a lot of fun.
We'll be here.
That's a beautiful picture.
Yeah, that is nice. Those are runners working the switchbacks on the backside of Will Rogers.
What a great thing. So you visit a state park, you visit a beautiful cliff oceanfront community, you have some great activity and some great community. It's a beautiful day at Will Rogers.
What better way to start your 4th of July?
It is a great 4th of July, and it's a long week. It's a 4-day weekend for most folks.
It probably is for many. So it's just a great way to start the day and then go enjoy a wonderful parade and fireworks at night.
And a chauffeur. Oh, Dad, could you run me across the finish line, please? Why, yes, I'd be happy to. How about now? Oh, yes, that's a good time, Dad. Thank you.
Some of the biggest smiles come from the faces of the kids who are in this, whether they're in a stroller or in their tennis shoes. They really get a kick out of doing this. And we have the Kids Fun Run coming up at 9:15.
Yes, we want to mention that. Hoping that Gio in our chase car camera that was around for the 5 and 10K is making his way over to the Kids Fun Run start. That's very quick, but we want to give the same attention to the kids as we give to the grown-ups. So we have arranged for the wireless camera and a lot of happy flailing arms. I'm looking forward to it. That's about 15 minutes away.
Okay, well, one of the reasons that the 5 and 10K are so successful is that we have a lot of young kids that come out before they're old enough to do the 5K, and they run the little half-mile Kids Fun Run and have a terrific time doing it.
We're going to have to take a break here real quick at the LA Regional 4th telecast with Thomas Hathaway. I'm Tim Greenwood, live from the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run event. We'd like to tell you about the entire Los Angeles Regional 5-county all-day 4th of July live televised celebration.
We just call it LA Regional 4th for short.
Trying to bring spirit to the whole day.
And they can only wear that outfit on days when banks are closed. LA Regional 4th starts the day with live coverage of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run.
He's going up the Eastgate switchbacks.
They're yelling left, left, and I couldn't see where the left turn was and I almost cut it short.
So I'm in heaven right now, back in my hometown.
To what do you credit your win today in the 10K of Will Rogers?
Beautiful weather, good fans, good course.
The Backyard Reports come to us from celebrations all across the area, from Orange, Riverside, San Bernardino, Ventura, and Los Angeles County.
It's family. It's family.
Get to be yourself and you can do your own thing.
It's always nice to have my whole family and neighborhood come together, and it's nice. I feel special.
Then the largest parade event in Los Angeles County, the Pacific Palisades Americanism Parade, 66th annual this year. Wells Fargo Bank presents its symbol of legendary service, the Stagecoach. Join Ed Asner, the Grand Marshal of the Pacific Palisades Parade for 2013, as the parade celebrates its 66th year.
We don't stop laughing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop laughing.
Our day-long 4th of July celebration wraps up with firecrackers. The Firecracker Film Festival celebrates independent films and themes of America.
Ben, it's starting to rain. Why don't you go fly a kite?
Oh, yes, I will. Goodbye.
So now you know the LA Regional 4th is a day-long 10-hour telecast in 4 parts, seen everywhere across Los Angeles in all 5 counties for the past 9 years. Watch on KVMD Channel 23, DirecTV and Dish Network Channel 31, AT&T UVerse and Verizon Fios Channel 23, and on all cable systems. Visit laregional4th.com and click on Find My Channel to find my channel. Also, laregional4th.com is on Facebook, so give us a like because we really appreciate that stuff. In fact, here's a little bit more music to listen to while you're doing that like thing. See you on the 4th. We are back with Laura Conley, the women's 10K winner for this year's Will Rogers 5 and 10K run. How do you feel?
Hi. Good. Tired.
How long did you train for today's run?
You know, I've only been training for 2 weeks. I broke my arm, so prior to the arm breaking, I've been training for years. But I had to take a little time off and 2 weeks of hard training to come back and do this.
This is fantastic. And you looked good coming across the line?
Yeah,
you didn't look tired?
Yeah.
Very strong.
Yeah.
Now, was there a toughest part of the run?
Of course, the uphills.
The uphills. And does it feel like most of it's uphill?
No, you know what? The switchbacks kind of get you, but you get a break afterwards. So, yeah, it balances.
Did the pavement change going up the switchbacks into Will Rogers? Did you feel that?
Not really.
Okay.
I wasn't paying attention. I was just trying to breathe.
We so appreciate you stopping by. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you very much. I'd like to give a shout out to my sponsors, Aquaphor.
Excellent.
And
Excellent.
Vitalite, of course, my best nutrition. So thank you
And
guys.
you look it.
Very good.
Thank
yes,
you.
congratulations.
There you go. Sponsors, and she lives it. Pay attention to that, okay? Are you going to be back with us next year?
Absolutely.
We'll be
Every
ready.
year.
Good. Yes,
Thank
come
you.
and see us next year.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, you guys.
Looking at the finish line now, 10K winners coming across the left side of your screen and 5K winners coming across the right side of your screen. It is a beautiful day at Will Rogers 5 and 10K run, even for little people with extra perch power there. We have a kids winner runner as we are getting ready to send our wireless camera over. Finishers, very good. As we get ready to send our wireless camera over for the Kids Fun Run. These guys have graduated from the Kids Fun Run to the 5K. How you doing, gentlemen?
Good.
What's your name?
Emmett.
Emmett and
Owen.
Owen. Emmett and Owen are both winners or finishers of the run. You guys did the 5K today?
Yeah.
What was your time?
I have I don't know.
Okay, and?
I don't know.
Didn't know either. You have fun?
Yeah.
Cool. Did you run before today?
Yeah, I ran before.
Okay. Is this your first year running?
Yes.
Very good. You going to come back with us?
Yeah. You're running in the 5K.
Oh.
Fantastic. Did you run the kids run before?
Yeah.
You did.
Pretty
so,
much all the races before this one.
Well, good for you. So you
So they're
got
moving
ready.
up.
Yes.
That's great.
Ooh.
Gentlemen, I'll let you go take care of that. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
We have kids finishers now, and we have more people finishing live on screen for the LA Regional 4th telecast of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run event. And at this point, it's like some people are pouring on the coal and saying, yeah, here we go, it's a finish line. And some other folks are saying, finish line, I see, I don't think you're going to move.
I see Deborah Hafford going by. She's a well-known local triathlete, excellent runner.
Good. And a new logo this year for the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run, a beautiful one of a runner pulling the flag.
Yes, thank you. We take pride in the artwork and the logos. It's done for us by Steve Conforti, who is also associated with the Indianapolis 500 Motor Speedway.
And you see some shots there across the grass, across the polo grounds at Will Rogers State Park, and more people pouring across the finish line, checking their times, holding their water. Left side of the orange cones are 10K winners. Right side of the orange cones are 5K winners. And we have to mention here at about 7 minutes or so past 9 o'clock that we are about 7 minutes away from the Kids Fun Run. And we're paying a lot of attention to this year. The Kids Fun Run, well, that's managed by Delina Hathaway.
It is, as a matter of fact. And
wow.
She has a lot of fun doing it. It's nothing that she loves more than hanging out with 400 of her closest kid friends.
So this is a great number to remember. 4,000 participants in the 5 and 10K, 400 kids runners, and we just met two of the gentlemen who are kids finishers in the 5K. They run the same 5K that the grown-ups do, but they started with the kids run.
That's right, and that's not uncommon. We have a lot of kids that get accustomed to running in the kids run and enjoy it, and they move up to the 5K when they're able. Those two young boys look rather young, but they're when they're ready, they're ready. So
it's very exciting. I want to thank you for tuning in today with Thomas Hathaway. I'm Tim Greenwood. We are live on KVMD Television Channel 23. And, of course, we are brought to you by LA Regional 4th and Magnolia Street Productions. Take a look at this race. This course is very special because it's been in place for a long time, so people can actually run the course in advance of the day of the run. You're looking at the view from the finish line camera, and the people coming into the left of the cones are 10K winners. The people to the right are the 5K winners, and in just a few minutes, in that 5K lane, that's where the Kids Fun Run people will come in. There's your switchback back shot.
Yeah, few people are still working their way up the switchbacks on the 10K, so they're hanging in there, and it's already 51:08. It's a long time to be out on the course. Some people don't realize that even though runners may be slower, it can be even more challenging because they're out there so much longer. Hydration becomes an issue, and it's just as hard for the slower runners as it is for the faster runners.
How about the 3 across baby carriage jogging team? And they're saying, here we come, we're waving.
I'm surprised they don't have to tie a big red flag on that, just as a wide load. It's a pretty wide operation.
Now, does this give bragging rights to the little ones saying, yes, I was in the Will Rogers 5K 5 years ago. How old are you, 6?
I wonder if we have anybody that goes farther back. I don't know. It'd be interesting.
That would be a good question. So here we come. It's a busy, busy place and a live Los Angeles sporting tradition today. The Will Rogers 5 and 10K run, 36th year. We met Lynn Borland earlier, who had run in every single one of the first 35. And Brian Shea, who created it more than 36 years ago as one of the routes that they just ran every morning, and they said, why don't we share? Here you go, someone taking video of crossing the finish line.
Yeah, welcome to the high-tech world. We have people that run with cameras and cell phones and all kinds of apparatus. Some have pacemakers, for their running pace.
So is it like a metronome that says don't run too fast kind of?
Well, I think it's in the form of a wristwatch or a thing that you wear on your shoulder that somehow has a cue that tells you your pace.
Wow. That's a beautiful picture right from the roof, it seems, of Will Rogers State Park. On a clear day, you can actually see the ocean from there. I think you could probably see Catalina if it's clear enough.
If it's clear enough, you can see the west end of Catalina. That's correct, but it has to be pretty clear. I think it's a little too overcast
Look
today.
at that beautiful, beautiful picture. Now, this is next to Will Rogers' home and Polo Ground. It was the famous actor, comedian, and entertainer's home for many years, and after he passed away, his wife said, okay, it needs to be a state park, and worked it out, and now it's there for all to enjoy.
We're really lucky to have that right in our backyard. It's one of the most beautiful parks anywhere, and it's just a tremendous combination of grassy fields and lawns for kids to play on. Of course, the polo field is well known for the polo games they hold there, but also tremendous number of miles of hiking trails and biking trails. It's just fantastic.
busy, busy finish line. Runners to the left of the orange cone finishing the 10K. Runners to the right of the orange cone finishing the 5K. Another woman 10K winner coming in, pushing hard over the finish line. Men, women, grown-ups, children, a few dogs, a couple of kids. No gophers yet. And cats, I don't think you can get them to go in a straight line that long.
Well, it's always interesting to see the different running postures of all the different people. It's their own individual signature, the way they run, the way they carry themselves. It's quite fascinating.
Oh, here's a determined face.
I think
Here he comes. He's coming in on the 10K side.
I think he saved a little bit too much for the end, but he's moving along nicely.
So you see that, where it's like if you have that much energy left over, you should have gone faster sooner?
In most cases, that's true, but it's very hard to learn how to pace yourself. That's something that takes many years of training and practice to really learn how to do, especially hard for young kids. So that's something you have to learn.
Now, what type of technique will you be looking for with the kids' fun run here in a few minutes when we have the live shot in front of the kids running? Do you look for arms? Do you look for posture? How can you tell who the good runners are going to be?
You can't. With the kids run, forget technique. It's all about enthusiasm and just sheer exuberance. That's what it is. So once they say go, the kids take off any which way they can, as fast as they can. Forget the pacing. They pretty much go all out until they feel a little tired, and then they slow down a little bit. So it's just tremendous fun to watch.
Now describe the kids run route for us.
Well, the kids run route is a very straightforward. Basically, it's an oval. They run straight from the start line down Alma Real. They continue straight onto Ocampo and make a left turn on Drummond and make an immediate left turn onto Toyopa and come in the same route as the 5K finishers finish. So they get to run alongside the 5K runners and actually finish through the official finishing chute, which for little kids is a real exciting and tremendous experience. So
yeah, instead of having your mom and dad hold the rope,
exactly,
you have this beautiful arch to come through.
That's exactly right.
To say, hey, I finished with the big kids.
They just love it, and they run across the finish mat, the timing mat, and they all have their number pinned on. So to them, to most of those kids, the number is the big deal. It's like wearing the uniform of a real runner. So they just love that.
We have folks crossing the finish line in the upper window of our two-window screen here. The people to the left of the orange cones and the people to the right of the orange cones, those are all finishers that started out together as the 5 and the 10K, but then they split in the middle of the route.
Right, they split in the middle of the route, and we keep them separate once they're split.
Because we don't want somebody coming in on the wrong side and they all go, yay, you have a 2-minute time.
Yeah, well, occasionally people get confused, but for the most part, our course marshals do a great job keeping them separated.
Now, I saw many people in the course marshal shirts and the logo shirts. How many people do you have helping run an event with 4,500 runners?
You know, I would say at least 250 volunteers that actually are out here in various capacities, whether they're course marshals on the course or perhaps handing out T-shirts. It's a very large group, and they're all tremendously helpful. Hey, Bella.
There we go. Lots of friends and neighbors here. And a new batch of runners coming across the line. Across the left of the cones, these are all 10K runners pouring it on for the finish line at Toyopa and Alma Real for the 36th running of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run. This is a beautiful event. To the right of the cones, the people coming across with their dogs and anybody else they wanted to bring. The people to the right of the cones, those are people finishing the 5K run. And in a few minutes, the people who will be finishing up the 10K run event. There's our beautiful finish line, and I wanted to make sure we got a picture of that. So that's the thrilling event that the kids see. They see that big arch, they see that big gate, and they say, I'm finishing a real race.
They look at that rainbow of balloons and they think, holy cow, I've never seen that many balloons. I'm going to run there.
That's when you're a kid, it's a big thing to get one balloon. Will Rogers Foundation does a lot of good work, and this is part of it. Let's take a look. From the start-finish line of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run with Thomas Hathaway, I'm Tim Greenwood. Live this morning on the 4th of July, 2013. Take a good look. People finishing across the finish line to the left of the cones are the 10K winners, including almost an Elvis costume there. He's everywhere. And to the right are the 5K winners. The kids' fun run is about to begin around the corner. And beautiful things happening all around. That's the view of the finish line the kids see. Such a motivator.
And of course, we have the biggest kid of all to start the kids' fun run, none other than Bob Klein.
We hope to see that.
Yes, you can see him actually from here. He's so tall, he sticks right above the crowd.
Did we have the live view by the kids' run? They're about to begin. More 10K runners crossing to the left of the orange cones. There they come, pouring it across. A little sweat, they've earned all of it. All of our winners were sweating, and they've earned all of it.
They have about 15 seconds to make it in underneath an hour, so they're working hard to do that.
Oh, I see now. So we're trying to say, are you under an hour, over an hour? Checking our watch at the finish line?
Yes.
This is great. 10K winners on the left, and do the dogs get special recognition for finishing the 5K?
I think they get a little extra ration of biscuits and water.
Oh, good, because here comes one now. He's about to cross the finish line. Chugging right along. There he is, coming in the final chute from Alma Real to Toyopa.
They probably counted as two runners.
It could have been. This is so exciting and so community. People from the west side and dogs, and people from around Los Angeles, people from all 5 counties of the LA Regional 4th coverage area, Orange and LA. Our first winner came in from Irvine. More 10K winners coming into the left of the cones. Now, people who have come in at this time, Tom, with this sort of time, finishing time, have been running for how long do you suppose?
Well, you know, it varies. Some of them are older people that are just naturally running slower. They could be running for many decades. Others may be new runners that haven't trained much, and so they're just, learning the sport. And so it's a complete mixed bag. There's really no one type, which is the beauty of the sport. You can have, very experienced runners enjoying the race alongside less experienced runners.
And here we have our 10K Elvis. Come on up here, sir.
Howdy, gentlemen.
Hello, sir. This is a pleasure to meet you.
Elvis is back from the dead. He comes every 4th of July to the Palisades because he loves the people. He's been running this since year 1. Elvis has been a long-time contender here at the Palisades 10K.
So have you been in all 36 runs?
I have been in about 33 of the 36 runs. Elvis was a mite younger back in his day. He was only 23 at the time.
Yeah.
He's now pushing 60 in Elvis years.
Very good. And so was this better time than usual for you?
Elvis is recovering from a little hamstring issue, so he was taking his time greeting the fans, signing autographs, and eating a lot of bonbons, but he's having a great time.
To Elvis, we appreciate you coming through.
Thank you very much.
All
we
right.
love the
I notice
Palisades.
he's wearing the original T-shirt, our original
This is the
T-shirt
original T-shirt.
from the first year.
From the first year,
Yes.
36 years ago.
Good
Thank
taste,
you, sir.
Good taste in clothing.
Elvis, a finisher in the 10K section of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K, coming in right at that hour mark, like you said.
Yes.
Just at the end, white jumpsuit and all, and we knew he left the building. I didn't know he was running around outside the building.
I'm sure we had to give him extra water at the water stops running in that outfit.
That's a little tougher. That's a brave and durable soul. There's our finish line. What a beautiful view. What a very beautiful picture that is. And this is what people see. So the 10K people coming in closer to the camera, next to the orange cones on your left side in this view. And if you're walking the kids and the dogs, and then the nice big cooler, ready for anything. That's how the run started, isn't it?
Well, actually, I think the first time they laid out the course, they put some beverages in a wagon and walked the course. That's how they laid it out.
Going to measure it out. I think somebody had one of those wheels from a real estate agent or a policeman.
Right, used a measuring wheel, that's correct.
And said, hey, how about it? Sounds like fun. People cheering on their friends with phone cameras. People coming up the back road into Will Rogers. And then more 10K runners pouring in now to the left of the orange cones at the Toyopa and Alma Real finish line.
Still coming in, and the little kids run, did it get started, or is they still waiting for the gun? I think they're still waiting for the gun.
Getting ready to start. The kids fun run, not quite a K, but that's okay, we might just say. So you just call it a 0K run, so it's okay?
Well, we just call it a kids' fun run. The distance is just slightly less than a half a mile, but for a kid who's maybe age 5, 6, 7, that's plenty far.
That's plenty. That's about as long as their shoes are going to stay tied, isn't it, at that age?
Yeah, I think that's true in many cases.
On your mark, get set, go! Move off the way, move off the way!
More people coming in. I want to thank our sponsors today. Joan Sather is one of the sponsors of the Palisades Parade this afternoon on this same channel. The largest 4th of July parade in Los Angeles, carried live right here on this channel. So be sure to tune back in or check it out on the website if you're at a friend's house and you don't know what channel you're watching. LARegional4th.com for the run this morning and the parade this afternoon. So Pacific Palisades is the center of the universe, and this might just be one of the nicest places in the universe. Wouldn't you like to live in Pacific Palisades?
I sure would. Already? I'm very happy and thrilled that I do.
This is Joan Sather's logo. I'd like you to see it in person so you know that she is one of our people, and she's one of the many people who stepped up and said, it's important to make sure that we have folks who want to make sure. This is her lovely website. Take a look at some of these homes that could be yours. You just don't know. JoanSather.com. She's affiliated with Sotheby's Realty, has customers, clients, and home hunters from the area and from around the world, because Pacific Palisades may as well be Cannes, France. It's one of those specialty places in the world, and only so many people are going to fit.
Well, it's truly a unique combination of environment, proximity to a city, but not in the city, and access to parks and to mountains. It really is quite unique.
It's a lovely place, and still holding our beautiful overcast for the runners today. Taking a look at the finish line and the 10K runners coming in on the left of the cones in this picture. Still with pretty good energy coming across.
Yes, they're still rolling in. The 10Kers are looking like they've been out for an hour and 5 minutes because they have, and it's not easy to be out that long.
This is astonishing. And over 4,000 runners and their families and participants and friends, well, over 4,000 runners, and then they all brought family members, participants, and friends to make history today.
It looks like the kids' run is underway. I see they've left the start line, so they should be rolling in here momentarily.
Now, just shortly, on the right side of your screen in this camera view, you will see the kids coming in on the 5K finishing line. So keep your eyes peeled. Here's Bob in the middle of the street. Watch out. Here come the kids, and he's saying, watch out for little kids. If you feel something under your feet, that's probably another runner. Here they come. Here come the kids' finishers.
Yes.
The crane view from under the canopy.
And, of course, it looks like none other than Dylan Klein, Bob's...
There's our leader.
Bob's grandson.
Kids fun run.
Looks like Bob Klein's grandson is going to take this race.
Gray shirt just ahead of the white shirt.
Sprinting all the way through.
Pow! 1 down, 2 down. Like so many of the races. 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the enthusiastic kids of the Kids Fun Run crossing to the right of your screen. Look at this.
Yes. This is pure jubilation when these kids come across.
We're going to have Kids Fun Run winners in just a second. But over here at the live street corner of Toyota and Alma Real, talk to us, sir. What's your name?
Jim Lipman.
Jim, what's happening?
Oh, it's great. We've been running this for 23 years. We have over 100 of us that run in our Hotel Oceana Santa Monica t-shirts.
Get up here, guys. Get in the picture.
Come on in.
And we love it every year. We have finishers in the 10K from 37 minutes up to the slow people that run 5Ks. But we've run in it for 23 years, and we love supporting it. And a happy July 4th. And come visit Hotel Oceana Santa Monica.
We'll do that. Congratulations, folks.
Congratulations. Thanks for stopping
Today
by.
you guys were running 5K or 10K?
10Ks, 10K, 10K, 5Ks.
Nice.
They got them both covered. Fantastic.
All righty.
Thanks for coming by.
Congratulations. Thanks for coming.
So people put together teams from their work to come run. So you don't just have to run and bring people to watch. Why don't you bring people from work and run together?
We have quite a few local firms that actually encourage their employees to stay fit, stay healthy, and to run. And so we have various medical groups that bring employees. It's really a wonderful way to stimulate good health in your company.
Now it's shifting, mostly Kids Fun Run and 5K winners coming across to the right of the orange cones down the middle. A big wave of 5K finishers and Kids Fun Run finishers. And the lady to the left there with the dog to the left of the orange cone, she's just wrapping up the 10K.
A lot of kids coming in. This is really fun to watch.
Look at this. Now we already had over 4,000 5 and 10Ks. It looks like we had, well, more than 100, maybe 200 kids runners.
Oh, I would say well over 200. It may be close. I think last year we had 300, and I think there's at least that many this year.
Look at these faces. Look at how happy the kids are. And what I like about this stage of the race is how much the grown-ups get enthused by running with the kids.
Well, it's pretty much the best way to become a kid again, at least for 5 or 10 minutes, is jump in the race with your little kids and run it.
So you think some of the grown-ups ran the fun run with the kids?
Oh, heck yeah. You can be sure there's at least a couple out there.
And then the other people are people finishing the 5K saying, look at these young enthusiastic people.
Exactly. They're wondering where'd they get that big smile.
Well, Elvis said a little bit earlier that, sometimes you got the young people you got to try to keep up with.
Yes, well, I think Elvis was probably challenged to do just that.
Look at this crowd at the Will Rogers 5 and 10K, wrapping up the Kids Fun Run and the 5K winners and some enthusiastic parents for the 36th annual and the second telecast from LA Regional 4th. Be sure to go to LA Regional 4th on Facebook and like us so we can get more friends and we can come back next year and do this again. Happy, happy people. Happy faces. Happy feet.
Well, they're working up a good appetite for their barbecue this afternoon.
Oh, that's great. You know, we have a couple of professional chefs participating in the backyard reports from 12 to 1 today. From around all the counties, we went to backyards and celebrations and said, how do you celebrate the 4th of July? And we have one professional chef who has a TV show, and he guides us through how to make a gourmet stuffed burger with a special sauce and then bacon-wrapped sausage on top.
Wow. Well, that's certainly something you want to eat after the run, not before.
Indeed. And then you have an excuse to go work it off for the next run.
Yeah, I would say.
You know, we have some very special food. Taking care of our crew is a big task, and Jacob Juni is the caterer that we recommend, and he is from Juni's Kitchen, Jouni. Juni's Kitchen, Jacob Juni. Phenomenal food, taking good care of our people and our friends at the PSSI Global Trucks, and all the people from Magnolia Street Productions, all the people from LA Regional 4th, and there's a lot of people. That's the only thing you can say about this event is that there's a lot of people, and then there's a lot of people, and an awful lot of little people. There they go, across the cones and stripes, and more happy people with permanent memories.
Once they see that finish line banner, they accelerate. It's pretty fun to watch.
2 or 3 women now finishing the 10K on the left side. We spoke with our 10K ladies winner a little bit earlier. Another gentleman crossing the 10K here in the red shorts. There's a good role model. Okay, honey, this is how you do it.
That's right.
Posture up, lift your knees.
No better way to be a role model for your kids than to get them accustomed to a lifestyle of exercise, and one of the ways to do that is by running.
And leading by example.
That's exactly right. Yep. Children learn what they live, not so much. You can talk to them all day, but if you're not doing it, they're not learning it.
Yeah, you show them, and then they think that they discovered something because they were watching, and then, ooh, they figured it out. And you clever parents did that on purpose.
Yes. Well, you know, it's always rewarding when, you know, as they grow older, they start to do some of the things that are good for themselves that maybe you showed them.
People been at it once, People been at it for many years, all kinds of good folks. Looks like Pat, our dedicated producer, has rounded up some folks to chat with. Kids run and a 5K run winner. Let's do it. Okay, Thomas, make her so short. Come on down.
Come on up here.
Literally, come on down. Come on over. I see a big number.
Over
That
here.
means you were in the 5K, right?
Yes.
What is your name, please?
Abby Allen,
Abby Allen wrapped up the 5K as a, how old are you?
9-year-old.
As a 9-year-old runner, Abby
Congratulations.
Allen finished the 5K at the Will Rogers 5 and 10K. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I have to tell you, you don't look as tired and worn out as some of the grown-ups.
Well, I took a break because I watched my brother do the kids run. So.
Oh, okay, very cool.
Yeah.
And are you her brother? What is your name, sir?
Eddie Allen.
Very good, Eddie. And so you got the new logo shirt for the Will Rogers?
Yep.
Nice.
Very
And
cool.
so how long have you been in the kids run?
I just did it.
Today is first time? Very cool. Now, did you do the kids run before you went to the 5K?
No, I never did the kids run.
Oh, so you just ran and practiced for the 5K.
Yeah, I did the 5K also.
Really?
Last time? So
Today?
You're just taking a rest, or you did the 5K and then you went over to the kids run?
Mm-hmm.
He did the 5K and then he said, I still have more energy. Okay, who out there isn't jealous? That would be a very short list. How old are you, sir?
7,
He's 7, and how old are you?
9.
9. Anybody else out there not jealous? Okay. This is great. Congratulations on your participation and your wins and your continued good health. You think this is going to help you be a runner and a healthy person for your life?
Yeah.
What do you like best about running and you climbing that hill? How do you feel?
I don't know. I feel happy that I'm doing it. I don't know.
Okay. She's happy running. How do you feel?
I feel happy running also. It's pretty fun.
Very good. Well, we're happy to have you, and we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thanks, kids. Congratulations. Well, there you
We
have
were
it.
talking about a family affair of parents and kids. Now we have a family affair of brothers and sisters.
Isn't that wonderful?
It truly is. Now, this is the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run, and just now the tiniest bit of sunlight is breaking through the clouds to show off what's going to happen as it gently warms up, but perfect temperature for the kids.
This is the best day I can recall in maybe the last 10 years to stay this cool this long, and it's clearing up just in time for the skydivers. So.
Fantastic. Now the 10K people coming into the left of the cones on your screen and someone else coming to the right, but we have somebody who's been with us a little while. Thomas is bringing in somebody very special. We have a little contrast now. We had the 8-9-year-old folks a moment ago, and hi there.
You have an 82-year-old.
How about that?
Oh, thank you.
There you go. Come on in. And so, here we go. Fantastic. What is your name?
Patty Burns.
Patty Burns, and you just gave it up. You said you were 82?
I'm 82, and I've lived in the Palisades since 1958, and I've been coming to this race every year. I used to walk in it. I haven't walked for the last couple of years. I have a bad knee. This is the most fun day of the year in the Palisades.
82.
The energy here is so amazing. I know all the people. Bob Benton is a good friend of mine, Bobby Klein, all of them. And they're all there for this whole event. And it raises a lot of money now. And it's such a healthy thing for our community. We all love it. It's one of the biggest things that happens in the
The
Palisades.
reason it's so great is we have people like you, Patty, who participate.
Thank
So
you.
it's a pleasure to have you with
Yeah,
us.
I can't not be here. I love to be here when that cannon goes off and watch everybody go. I mean, it's just like such
That's
a
something.
rush to
How
see.
many people were in the first run you remember?
Oh, I can't remember.
Not a lot less than this?
Oh yeah, a lot less. Yeah, but not nearly. But it's huge now, and it's just wonderful. And look at the balloons. I wonder if they blew them all up themselves. They used to.
There's
I
enough
remember
energy to do
There was
it.
something in the movie that Sarah Kelly made that showed them blowing, and some guy was going, "How many balloons does it take to make a rainbow?" But
That's
you know,
great.
didn't used to always have that. It's just gotten bigger and bigger, and they do such a great job.
I really appreciate your help and participation
Yes.
and stopping by
Wonderful
to see us.
to meet you. Thanks for coming by.
And we're going to head off to a commercial right now, and you'll be able
It's
to
just
watch
a
it again.
local TV,
So let's
yes.
do. Take a look. This is part of what the runners get to enjoy when they participate in the Will Rogers 5 and 10Ks. This view off Corona Del Mar to the ocean, to the Santa Monica Pier, all the way up to Will Rogers State Park. It's a beautiful thing. Stay with us. We'll be right back. The show continues in just a moment. Check us out on the web, too.
Whether you're a business, an organization, a band, a blog, or just you. We all have and watch video. Funny video, product videos, training videos, educational video, a whole lot of video. Stop the madness. Create a TV page. Just import any video, playlist, or channel directly from YouTube. Control the experience. Organize videos around your subject with your program guide. Customize your TV page with your Canvas image, logo, or photo. Share and embed. Not just one video, an entire video collection on any site or blog, on any device, with everyone. Get yours at tvpage.com. It's free.
My name is Mark Weiss, and we hope we can help you today.
My name is Barbara Archer, and we offer health insurance for families, individuals, Medicare, small companies, and we also offer insurance to large companies. In addition to that, we offer property and casualty insurance. Should you want a free quote, you can do so online or feel free to call our 800 number.
Archer Weiss also has and offers complete financial services for your investments and your retirement plans.
Phone Archer Weiss today at 800-831-2901 or visit them on the web.
May Santa Fe outlets and Santa Fe seconds be with you.
Were you scared?
The first thing I see is that fancy orange sticker, and it's looking at $5.99, $6. That's well over half off what I.
So you're going to say that you spotted that on the rack?
I spotted it, and it's a good deal.
And the most important thing I can tell you is they have the super thin ones. These are all very modern, new style TVs.
I have 3 different birthday parties to shop for, and I think I just found all 3 gifts that easily.
This is a great fan. I love this one, Kasha.
But I think I have you beat, Tim, because we have a whole wall of air conditioning units.
Brand names and great prices. Visit Santa Fe Outlets. That's the store we were walking in. 896 East Holt Avenue in Pomona. Also Santa Fe Seconds in Southgate and Wilmington.
Hello, I'm John Dade. I'm the founder of the Cigar Night Business Mixer Group here in Orange County. We also have chapters in LA and the Inland Empire. I actually started the group a couple of years ago as a way for business professionals, business owners, and entrepreneurs to get together and network on a slightly different level. I'd like to invite everybody to our Tuesday night event, which is going to be the second Tuesday of the month at the Grand Havana Room in LA, which is one of the premier cigar lounges, private cigar lounges in North America. We'd love to have you join us. Thank you for watching the LA Regional 4th program.
Welcome back to the start-finish line of the 36th annual Will Rogers 5 and 10K run. I'm Tim Greenwood, and we have some more runners who run as a team. Is it more motivational that way?
Yeah, it's a little bit of more motivation, but also it's just, more like a party.
So is it a party running down the road?
Oh, yeah. Look at all the people. This is a great day. Yeah. Everybody's out there. Tons of folks at the start. Don't get run over. And no, it's a good day.
So you'd prefer to be second tier back and have a little more fun?
Yeah. No, it's just great being out here with all the people. And wonderful day. Good things to do.
Now, how long have you been running in the Will Rogers run?
My first race was in 2008, and I did the 10K in 2008 and 2009. I took 2010 off, and then I did the 5K in 2011 and 2012, and now I'm back at the 10K.
Wow, and how about you?
I've run some before, but I can't do that. I've run 4 or 5 times, but I don't remember when.
That's great. Now, which one of you does the better time, or do you slow down to keep company with the other person?
We sort of trade off. We each have good years or bad years, yeah.
But he beat me this year, fair and square. He did like 49 and I did 50, so yeah, he's faster, I have to say. But I'm younger.
It's always something.
Absolutely.
Now, just now the sun is breaking through. We're getting some sharp daylight. Was the weather good today?
Yeah. It could be a little cooler. It's always cooler's better, but no, it's nice with the clouds when you're running. Absolutely.
It's fantastic. And what is your name, please?
I'm Jennifer Jacobs.
Jennifer and
I'm David Seltzer.
David, thank you both for participating and coming by and talking with us.
Absolutely.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Have a good day.
Thanks.
Happy 4th of July.
Father-daughter team.
Come on back in, Thomas. We have beautiful folks that are running together, running as families, running with people in the edges. You can do this too. And the most important thing is that this is a fundraiser for the Optimist Club and all of their children's charities. Did you know that? So that's why you don't see brought to you by on the name of the run, because the run exists to raise money for all the important charities that the Optimist International Group does.
That's right. They do an excellent job in supporting those charities, many of them, and this is one of their big fundraisers for the year.
Indeed. So the broadcast is LA Regional 4th, and in the morning we bring you the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run. In the afternoon we bring you the Palisades Parade, the largest in LA County, and that's in its 66th year. In the middle of the year, you're the star of the show. In the middle of the day, you're the star of the show, because we do the backyard reports. We call it the way we celebrate. And some people celebrate by going to the beach, and some people celebrate by going to backyards, and some people celebrate by doing all kinds of things. Kind of like these people you're looking at right now who are celebrating in Palisades. Beautiful cameras all around the route, and we want to thank Rob Lamb and the whole team over at PSSI Global. Eric Hall, our producer, up at the Will Rogers location, and we have Kasha Gregorchek and also Eleanor Keene, right?
Eleanor
Care, pardon me, who were over at Pampas Ricas and Toyopa this morning. Many people started with over 4,500 runners in the 5K and 10K, a few hundred of the little guys like that who were in the Kids Fun Run. And as we saw today, maybe the family effort isn't just parents and kids, maybe it's brothers and sisters.
Sometimes it's brothers and sisters, it's cousins, nephews, they all get in on the fun.
And we have another family portrait, I think. Come on over. Welcome, and what's your name, please?
Caitlin Bose.
Caitlin. Hi, Caitlin. Come on over a little bit more so we make room for...
Brad Bose.
Brad. Hi, Brad. How you doing? Should I
Good.
be up or down here? I don't know what's better. Okay. Brad, tell us about it. Why are you running?
Well, we own Anatomy Functional Performance in Santa Monica gym, and we like to work with athletes and stuff like that. And we just, as a family, we feel it's really important to run together and to teach good health habits to our children.
Well, I like the fact that you have a business and it's your interest. It's not just
Yeah,
a
it's
business.
our passion. Yeah, definitely our passion.
So are you becoming a professional athlete or a happy athlete?
Both.
That's good.
She's already a black belt in Taekwondo.
Good heavens.
And she's on the Pali swim club, so she's pretty active.
Father-daughter?
Yes.
Fantastic.
And
Thanks for
proud
coming
father.
by.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for making some time. We have some beautiful folks who are working all around here, but so many of the workers for the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run are volunteers. How many, Thomas? Hundreds, thousands, millions?
Between 250 and 300 would be my best estimate. And of course, you know, it's a lot of time, not just the number of people, but it takes quite a bit of time, the planning and the preparation.
Well, good, successful, safe, productive events are not accidents. They come off so you can relax and effortlessly drive your blue car across the finish line, like this young driver is doing, because so many people have paid attention from the beginning. Now, the finish line is laid out with the orange cones down the center, and to the left we see a couple more hardy souls who have made it all the way around the full route for the 10K run finish. That takes some courage.
Well, it does. It's an hour, 27 minutes, and 10 seconds running now, and people are still out there hanging in there to finish what they started. So kudos to them. What a great way to start their 4th of July. It certainly is a big accomplishment and something that they can really relax the rest of the day and enjoy the beer and the barbecue.
That's it. Now, for the people who are watching us live this morning, the 8 to 10 portion of the program will re-air from 10 to noon on this very same channel on your cable system, DirecTV and Dish, fiber optic systems, AT&T and Verizon Fios, and the whole thing will be available as a replay on the LA Regional 4th website. So be sure to check that out. Midday, high noon, backyard reports, 1 o'clock. We're back here for the Palisades Parade. And at 4 o'clock this afternoon, it is the Firecracker Film Festival. Now, the Will Rogers Institute includes a number of important health-related functions. And here's one of their announcements with Wayne Brady.
I'm Wayne Brady, and I've got something that will truly revolutionize your life. It's called exercise. It will get you from here to there, allow you to spend time with your family and meet new people. Oh, cut inches from your waistline, even help improve your self-image. Sexy. So when you gotta choose between moving around or lying on the couch, choose exercise. Call the Will Rogers Institute today to learn more about this exciting new activity. Exercise is available in all 50 states and the District of Columbia and comes in 28 great flavors.
I like the fact that exercise comes in 28 great flavors.
That's a great tagline.
This is the corner, the same corner you saw a little bit earlier today that had 4,500 skilled, semi-skilled, dedicated, and fun-loving runners coming to you from Will Rogers 5 and 10K run for the 36th year. And just now, if you look at the cameras, the sun has come out. They have shadows now.
Yes, we do. And people are just, getting ready to go over to the award ceremony to find out what the official results are. And they're already starting to think about what they're going to have for lunch.
And speaking of lunch, at high noon, we have people cooking in their backyards and showing us some of their grilling secrets as part of the LA Regional 4th Backyard Reports. Some of those are sponsored. Some of those are just folks who sent us cell phone video.
Wow.
And they said, here's what we do.
Interesting.
It's fun. So what we're trying to do is make the entire LA region a community. And so the fact that we had to take LA Regional 4th and put it together for the website name, I think is a good metaphor for bringing LA together for the big national holiday.
Yes, that's a wonderful, wonderful concept.
So tell me, Thomas, at this point in the run, people are kind of walking around. Do you immediately get tired? Do you kind of wind down? What are the feelings of a runner an hour and more on the road?
Well, if a runner is trained properly and fit, surprisingly, within minutes after the race, they'll feel basically normal. Runners who are less fit usually have a longer recovery time, and sometimes can take hours, if not many hours, to fully, resume their normal feelings.
Now, the people who recover quickly, could they run another run today?
They could run another run, but not necessarily at the same level. The body typically needs, some time to recover. Most runners at a high level that are running distance need, depending on the distance, you would need quite a while. Maybe for a 10,000 meters, you need several weeks.
Very good.
For a 5K, they'll run 5Ks, say, a week apart in an international competition.
We have a couple more of the tiniest runners coming up right after this commercial break on the LA Regional 4th broadcast of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run. The show continues in just a moment. Check us out on the web, too.
Whether you're a business, an organization, a band, a blog, or just you, we all have and watch video. Funny video, product videos, training videos, educational video, a whole lot of video. Stop the madness. Create a TV page. Just import any video, playlist, or channel directly from YouTube. Control the experience. Organize videos around your subject with your program guide. Customize your TV page with your Canvas image, logo, or photo. Share and embed. Not just one video, an entire video collection, on any site or blog, on any device, with everyone. Get yours at tvpage.com. It's free.
My name is Mark Weiss, and we hope we can help you today.
My name is Barbara Archer, and we offer health insurance for families, individuals, Medicare, small companies, and we also offer insurance to large companies. In addition to that, we offer property and casualty insurance. Should you want a free quote, you can do so online or feel free to call our 800 number.
Archer Weiss also has and offers complete financial services for your investments and your retirement plans.
Phone Archer Weiss today at 800-831-2901 or visit them on the web.
May Santa Fe outlets and Santa Fe seconds be with you.
Were you scared? The first thing I see is that fancy orange sticker, and it's looking at $5.99, $6. That's well over half off what I.
So you're going to say that you spotted that on the rack?
I spotted it, and it's a good deal.
And the most important thing I can tell you is they have the super thin ones. These are all very modern, new style TVs.
I have 3 different birthday parties to shop for, and I think I just found all 3 gifts that easily.
This is a great fan. I love this one, Kasha.
But I think I have you beat, Tim, because we have a whole wall of air conditioning units.
Brand names and great prices. Visit Santa Fe Outlets. That's the store we were walking in. 896 East Holt Avenue in Pomona. Also, Santa Fe Seconds in Southgate and Wilmington.
Hello, I'm John Dade. I'm the founder of the Cigar Night Business Mixer Group here in Orange County. We also have chapters in LA and the Inland Empire. I actually started the group a couple years ago as a way for business professionals, business owners, and entrepreneurs to get together and network on a slightly different level. I'd like to invite everybody to our Tuesday night event, which is going to be the second Tuesday of the month at the Grand Havana Room in LA, which is one of the premier cigar lounges, private cigar lounges in North America. We'd love to have you join us. Thank you for watching the LA Regional 4th program.
Welcome back to the 36th annual Will Rogers 5 and 10K run event. Wrapping up at the finish line, I'm Tim Greenwood, and I have Justin and some very important run participants. How you doing?
Good morning, Tim.
Now, you were telling me that you're running for the Will Rogers Institute team.
Well, we're supporting it, and that's the reason for the T-shirts.
Fantastic. Yeah. So what we have here is now these are runners that you know, or these are
my 4 children.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So what are all their names?
Isabel, Santiago, Marisol, and Asher.
And Asher?
Yeah.
It's hiding back there. Come on, come on around. There you go. So, careful. So, did you run today?
Yeah.
How far did you run?
I don't know.
That's okay. Can you show us the back of your T-shirt? So they're supporting the Will Rogers. Oh, all the way around, please. There you go. So they're supporting the Will Rogers Institute, and you were telling me that you do this by taking pledges for the Institute?
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
And so did you do this on your own, or do they recruit teams?
We did it on our own.
You did it on your own?
Yeah.
Now, what made you want to support the Will Rogers Institute?
It's part of the Palisades and part of the 4th of July celebration, so that was the reason why.
Is there any particular element of the work that the Will Rogers Institute does that you're most interested in?
Not for us, no.
Okay. Just good to do because they're the good guys.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Because I know they work with breathing and fighting asthma and staying healthy and the good sorts of things you should do. And so you have a whole team of people participating for that. I think that's commendable.
Thank you.
So what does the rest of the 4th of July hold for you?
Parade, fireworks.
Fantastic. And the fireworks are over at Pally High, and I think tickets are $5.
Yep.
That's beautiful. Hey, thanks for bringing the crowd by.
Thank you.
And congratulations on the run today.
Thanks.
Will Rogers 5 and 10K run event, young and old, families of all kinds. Thanks for coming by. That's great. Some more beautiful people all around here today, and I want to really thank my co-host today, Thomas Hathaway. Thomas Hathaway is one of the skillful people who you hope to meet in your life, who are very straightforward, do what they say what they'll do, and actually put up with you when maybe you didn't get enough sleep the night before. So I appreciate you.
Thank you, Tim. Well, it's always a pleasure doing this with you, and we have a lot of fun, so thank you.
It's fantastic. So Thomas has been a runner, has run in the race, now officiates over the run in so many ways. And so as the logistics person, you are making sure that things actually fall into place as they should.
Well, that's correct. There's just an incredible number of details that need to be followed up on before an event like this, and it's not over yet. You know, the run is done, but now we have all the takedown and storage, and it's just a huge project. So
it was a beautiful run. We had cameras all the way up to Will Rogers and down to Santa Monica Pier, and we have some more runners over here. Producer Pat has found us 2 more folks to chat with.
Oh, wonderful.
Come on over, gentlemen. Just scoot a little. Tom, stay with us. Stay with us. Hi, guys. So you're a 10K guy.
Yes, I am.
What's your name?
My name is Leighton Boccaccio.
Leighton is a 10K winner. What was your time, sir?
57:30.
That's
Very
fantastic.
good.
So you're under an hour.
Yep.
You gotta be proud of that.
I am.
That's great. Was there a part of the course that you enjoyed the most?
Mostly the downhill. It's my favorite part.
That's a smart, honest man. And what about your friend? You were running today?
Yeah.
And which race did you run?
I ran the 10K.
You ran the 10K also. How did you do?
I got 52.
Very good. So you guys are real close. Wow. Are you friends as well?
Yeah.
And do you guys run together to practice? You motivate each other?
Yep. Yeah.
And so what do you do to motivate him?
Yell.
What do you do to motivate him?
Mostly pushing.
So Thomas, which one of these in your experience is better, yelling or pushing?
Well, I don't know. They both work at different times, but I think the fact that these 2 young boys are running 10,000 meters is pretty amazing.
That's fantastic. Congratulations, gentlemen, on your 10K run
Yes.
wins today.
Well done.
Fantastic. Nicely done. Nicely done. They start young, they get better and healthier. Lifestyle healthiness is a choice, and I think that's something that's very important to keep in mind, is you train people in habits. Now, how do you train, Thomas? How do you get ready for a run?
Well, you know, my days of training for hard racing are maybe getting behind me more, but I still like to ride my bicycle to stay fit cardiovascular-wise, and I try to run a little bit to keep the running muscles, you know, somewhat fit. I just don't train as hard for racing as I used to. But so try to do more low-impact sports like cycling and occasional swimming.
Well, we saw you at the beginning of the broadcast. You were the cyclist who precisely measured the route to achieve the USA Track and Field certification.
That's correct. That was last year, and that measurement will stand for 10 years. So we'll be doing that again probably about 8 years hence. We'll start it about a year ahead of time. It's a long and complicated process, but we'll recertify the course. You have to do it every 10 years. Some courses actually do change, surprisingly. Even especially courses like this that can have dirt and mud flow down on the roads. It's a constant battle to keep the roads the same.
It really is.
We shoveled a lot of dirt off the road in Will Rogers this year just to bring it back to its certified distance.
And we have a beautiful clear finish line now, the sun coming out and some shadows showing up. Someone's even driving around saying, okay, come on, I'll take down the barricades if I can drive through the middle. So that's when you know that the foot race is over, when the motor vehicles return.
That's right.
This is the corner of Toyopa and Alma Real. I like the bicycle and a half. That's kind of a neat looking thing. It's not bicycle built for 2, it's bicycle built for 1.35, 1.7.
Yes, yeah, it's a good way to teach your kids to ride, actually, is they learn to pedal and provide some power. So it's actually a good way to teach them.
Yeah, it really is nice instead of just being trailered and then you get out there and fall over, and that's no fun.
Exactly.
But the Will Rogers 5 and 10K is a 37-year running event here at Toyopa and Alma Real. LA Regional 4th is the people who bring you the broadcast, along with Magnolia Street Productions and many sponsors. We'd like to thank TV Page and Archer. We're about out of here. So what I want to mention to you is that we have events all day. Backyard Reports at noon, parade this afternoon at 1, and the Firecracker Film Festival with award winners from Cal State Northridge coming up at 4 p.m. Thank you, PSSI Global, for the satellite trucks and expertise. Magnolia Street Productions, LA Regional 4th, the many volunteers from Cal State Northridge, Greg Nutt, our roadside photographer, and Pat Trimmer, our roadside producer. My name is Tim Greenwood with Thomas Hathaway. Thank you for watching.
Lokeland Howe from the Palisades. Do you have a training partner? Would you like one? And you live where? From Wisconsin?
Where in Wisconsin?
Get set, go!
Move off the way, move off the way!
We'd like to tell you about the entire Los Angeles Regional 5-county all-day 4th of July live televised celebration.
We just call it LA Regional 4th for short.
Trying to bring spirit to the whole day.
And they can only wear that outfit on days when banks are closed. LA Regional 4th starts the day with live coverage of the Will Rogers 5 and 10K run.
He's going up the Eastgate switchbacks.
They're yelling left, left. I couldn't see where the left turn was and I almost cut it short.
So I'm in heaven right now, back in my hometown.
To what do you credit your win today in the 10K of Will Rogers?
Beautiful weather, good fans, good course.
The backyard reports come to us from celebrations all across the area, from Orange, Riverside, San Bernardino, Ventura, and Los Angeles County.
It's family. It's family.
Get to be yourself and you can do your own thing.
It's always nice to have my whole family and neighborhood come together, and it's nice. I feel special.
Then the largest parade event in Los Angeles County, the Pacific Palisades Americanism Parade, 66th annual this year. Wells Fargo Bank presents its symbol of legendary service, the Stagecoach. Join Ed Asner, the Grand Marshal of the Pacific Palisades Parade for 2013, as the parade celebrates its 66th year.
We don't stop laughing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop laughing.
Our day-long 4th of July celebration wraps up with firecrackers. The Firecracker Film Festival celebrates independent films and themes of America.
Ben, it's starting to rain. Why don't you go fly a kite?
Oh, yes, I will. Goodbye.
So now you know the LA Regional 4th is a day-long 10-hour telecast in 4 parts, seen everywhere across Los Angeles in all 5 counties for the past 9 years. Watch on KVMD Channel 23, DirecTV and Dish Network Channel 31, AT&T UVerse and Verizon Fios Channel 23, and on all cable systems. Visit laregional4th.com and click on Find My Channel to find my channel. Also, laregional4th.com is on Facebook, so give us a like because we really appreciate that stuff. In fact, here's a little bit more music to listen to while you're doing that like thing. See you on the 4th.